Welcome to the Confidently Styled Woman. I am Annette Bond, and I am delighted that you are joining me today as we talk about Diane von Furstenberg. And we're going to talk about what she thinks about style and confidence, and I think you're going to be surprised. So let's go ahead and get started. So this all started with, I got a wonderful message from Heather Dumas. I want to give you a shout out. She sent me a message and said, I think that you might love this interview. And the interview was with Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Diane von Furstenberg. And oh my gosh, I loved every minute of it. And so I wanted just to kind of share my journey about my interaction with Diane von Furstenberg and what that has to do with definitive style and Annette Bond. So what I love of how their interview started off is Julia wanted to know, Diane, tell us, what are some staples that every woman should have in her wardrobe? And the first thing that Diane said was, I believe that you need to be true to who you are, that you need to add clothes to your wardrobe that represent you. And that is not what Julia wanted to hear. And I could so relate to this. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that my personal philosophy is that style begins with the woman and not the clothes. And that is exactly what iconic Diane von Furstenberg was sharing. Is she said, should you have, as Julie asked, does every woman need a great white blouse? Diane said, no, I don't even have one. Does every woman need a black turtleneck? She said, not really, but I love a great black turtleneck. It's all about honoring you. It's about the relationship that you have with yourself and understanding, what is it you love? What are your strengths? What are your attributes? What is it you love about you that you want other people to know? And I know that sounds like, okay, Annette, where do I begin with that? And I'm going to touch on that a little bit later because I'm going to read an excerpt from her book, The Woman I Wanted to Be. I want to transition now into the wrap dress. And we all know, if you don't know, that is Diane von Furstenberg's iconic dress, which I have on right now. And it is, as she said, this wrap dress made her the woman who she is today. And you know, what does she mean by that? And you know, she did not go out to go, okay, I am going to design the most amazing dress and I know it's going to sell millions. Her thought was, I'm going to design a dress that has ease and confidence. It doesn't have any zippers. It doesn't have any buttons. It's actually a jersey fabric. It moves with the body. It fits different body types. And that's what her thought was, is she was thinking about the woman. And that's what she says is her brand is all about the relationship she has with women. It's about understanding women and understanding their likes and what is it women want in clothes? How do women want to feel in their clothes? What is it women want to express? And that's exactly how I work with you. My first lesson where I start when I work with clients, it's called the power of you. And it's helping you to articulate who is that woman you want to project. What is it you want others to know about you? Is it that edginess? Is it very classic and traditional? Is it creative and fun and sparkly? It begins with you. It's not me telling you what you should wear. And that's exactly what Diane does. And she's making styles that articulate and are able to speak that through the style of whether, as she would like to say, whether it's color, patterns, or prints, whether it's the fabrication, whether it's the silhouette. That is how you are able to express you. I want to just share this one piece, and I love this. So she says at DVF, which is her brand, that color is the letter. Print and pattern are the words. And I know so truly that prints and patterns definitely have a language on their own. Is it very quiet? Is it sophisticated? Is it loud? Is it bright? And then the fabrication, the fabric, how the fabric moves and flows on your body, and the silhouette makes the sentence. You know, I love integrating this whole thought process with brand, because we think, okay, I have my personal brand over here, I have my clothing over here, I have my words that I use on my website over here, I have my words that I articulate. Do you know it's all interconnected? It's all interconnected. Your words on your website, your brand of how you want to be perceived, how you want to be known, your clothing, your style, it should all be intertwined as one, and it makes a sentence. And I love how she does this through her clothing. And it all started for her with the wrap dress. She says the wrap dress made her. So the wrap dress debuted in 1974. She was 27 years old. She was just beginning her business. In fact, I want to share this excerpt from her book. And she says, as I was watching women become more confident and beautiful, thanks to the new dress, the wrap dress, I was personally becoming more and more confident, and they're feeling more beautiful myself. I was projecting what I was selling, ease and confidence. I was becoming one with the dress and what they stood for. I did not know it then, but I had become a brand. And what was fun, what she talked about the wrap dress, when she said, the wrap dress made me, is she said that every woman had a story about the wrap dress. And she asked Julia, what was her story? And I have to tell you what my story was, is one day, and this was, oh gosh, I'm going to say 5-6 years ago, I walked into one of my favorite consignment stores. And what I loved about this particular consignment store is that she had 2 racks right in front of the register, and they were designer pieces, and they were like freshly had come in. And right on that rack, I walked in and I saw this dress. It was my size. It was the perfect color. The price, oh my gosh, I knew it was a $600 dress, and it was sitting on the rack for $100. It was like a brand new, no one had worn it. I knew I had to have it. And so, it's so interesting how a dress can make you feel. And I loved what Julia has said. She said, it's how you feel inside of an outfit. She said, it is, I don't care if I am walking on the red carpet at the Oscars or if I am taking a hike, when everything is working, you know it. And I thought, I so agree. And so all of this, what does Diane have to say about style? What does she have to say about confidence? They're one and the same. When you have that confidence and ease in your clothes, when you are honoring you and representing you and understanding who you are, that's when personal style is at its best. That is when you know that you are rocking your look and there is confidence oozing all over when you walk into a room. And I just so identified with everything that Diane said in this interview. And I thought, okay, it's not just me. And it has been my journey, my entire life, on understanding who I am. And as I have worked on myself, it's how I'm able to help you do the same thing. So I want to end, and I want to read another excerpt from her book, The Woman I Wanted to Be. And just a little backstory, this was super fun. So this was probably about 10 years ago, and DVF was opening in Bellevue Square in Bellevue, Washington, one of her first boutiques in Seattle area. And I went to the grand opening, and Diane von Furstenberg was there. And so you will see a picture of her and I. And you know what my memories was, she was so kind. She was so normal and so gracious. She sat down with every single person, took a picture, signed the book, and that was just such a great memory. So I'm kind of bringing this whole full circle on my interaction with Diane von Furstenberg, and then just hearing this interview that Heather sent me. So I so love that. And I will put the links in the comments below. But I want to read this. So remember, as I read this book has nothing to do about style. It is called The Woman I Wanted to Be. So she says she believes that, I wrote this down here, is that your relationship with yourself is the most important thing ever. She says, who can console you better? You are the one who possesses the keys to your being. You carry the passport to your own happiness. You cannot have a good relationship with anyone unless you first have it with yourself. Once you have that, any other relationship is a plus, not a must. Take time this summer to really get to know yourself. I told a graduating class of high school girls as they were about to start their own journey in life, become your best friend. It is well worth it. It takes a lot of work and it can be painful because it requires honesty and discipline. It means you have to accept who you are. All your faults, you have to see your faults and your weaknesses. Having done that, you can correct, improve little by little, discover the things you do like about yourself, and start to design your life. There is no love unless there is truth, and there is nothing truer than discovering and accepting who you really are. By being critical, you will find things you dislike as well as things you like. And the whole package is about who you are. The whole package is about what you must embrace, and the whole package is about what you have control over, and it's you. Everything you think, do, like becomes the person who you are, and the whole thing weaves into a life, your life. And you know, I love to say is as you design your life, you design your wardrobe around the amazing you. And I'm going to say it again. I believe that style begins with you and not the clothes. And what I am here to do to help you in that process, I believe that my secret sauce, that my gift to you is your mirror. As we work together, I help you to stand in your gifts. As you tell me about the amazingness of who you are, about how you want to show up in life, what you want to project, I hold that as a beautiful gift for you and help to mirror that back to you as you step in and design your wardrobe. So I am here for you every single week in the Confidently Styled Woman as you do this with ease. And please message me if I can be of help to you and help you to design that amazing dream wardrobe that aligns with your perfect lifestyle. I'll see you next week on the Confidently Styled Woman, Wednesday, 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time.